Once I start trading it and I realized that I didn't need those other indicators, then I took them off. But yeah, I get it. I really understand that, once you get used to them, it's kind of hard just to turn your back on them. You kind of like have to do it in stages, and that's what I did, and if that's what you have to do, so be it. But I think once you get there, I think you'll never look back. You'll never worry about those again. Any more questions we need to address?
Let me see here. We got a lot of questions. People are asking you to do all kinds of stuff, and there's just not enough time. We have people asking you to bring up, tick charts, range bar charts, Forex, E-minis. I mean,
they all work the same. They all work the same.
It all works. It doesn't make any difference. I've used it with futures, by the way, just for everybody's information. I've used it with futures. I've used it with currencies. I've used it with tick charts, and it really, it works for all of it. And we can't really just bring up everything to show examples because we want to spend our time right now explaining the software program. But the basic answer is, yeah, it works for all of that. Now, here's a question. Ron asked, does the label STO indicated by, what does that really mean? Does that simply imply that %K is angling up?
Yes.
Okay.
That
all right.
was easy.
That's easy. And here's another one. Are the studies automatically updated every minute?
They're constantly updated. Depends on how fast your data feed is.
Yeah.
As fast as the candle's updated, the study's updated.
Exactly. So even less than a minute. It's just.
Oh yeah, mine's milliseconds.
Right.
Is what mine is.
Exactly. Let's see. Here's another one. Let's see. I haven't even really fully read this one. This one's a little longer. Okay. Oh, here. Okay, I understand what he's saying. Actually, some other people have asked this too, so this is a good one. It says there are many arrows on each chart. Should I assume that they are continuation signals from an earlier entry, or is each arrow a new signal?
No. Once an arrow is printed, it is printed from that time. In other words, this arrow on the right chart is printed for the conditions that exist right now. Once you leave here, it stays, but the conditions are going to change. Your boxes are going to change colors. It was just like me being over here and putting my cursor on one of the arrows before and expect the box colors to match it, but it will not. This is history. Anything behind the current bar is history. That's what happened then. You can see, yes, there was a big bullish push, but you can see that the price bars as well. But it indicates there was a lot of downside energy. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the arrows. So I don't know if I can be a continuation pattern if it's behind you, but regardless, it's history is what it is. And it gives you a good opportunity to back test it, so it'll build a little confidence. Go back and make sure. The boxes up top won't match it. You'll have to use just the arrows because the boxes are real time right on the edge.
Right, exactly. I've had a few people ask about performance, specifically your win-loss ratio.
Well, I'll tell you, that little list of stuff I put up there, this is real deal, folks. This is not, make up. This is what I actually did. These few little studies is what I actually did. This Tyson food was a loss. I lost $176 on this. All the rest are going to be upside traders. Even though it's showing negative here, I am confident it's going to go positive. I've been watching how it's moving. I had a nice day today. I made $260 today. To me, that's a good day. I don't make a whole lot of trades. I'm just in this to make enough money to keep Daddy happy, and Daddy's happy right now. So, this is my win-loss ratio. This is pretty. This is pretty typical right here. I hardly ever get below 80%. But the real key, it doesn't really make any difference what your win-loss ratio is. People make a big deal about that. What's much, much more important is your risk-to-reward ratio. if you don't lose very much on a trade, but you make a whole lot on those that you win, that's all that counts. And if you look up here, this silver moves $436 in the last few days, which is much more than 176 that I lost. This is a recent trade entry, last day or so. Morgan Stanley was an entry today, so it went short on it. Altria is a long-running trade, so we won't throw that in the mix. But it's still, you know, the ratio was it made 320 bucks and whatever it is, 15 days. Allscripts, MDRX, has been kind of lethargic. It hasn't been doing what it's supposed to do. It's been trying to go positive on me, but it is actually a short play. Lamar was a long play. It was stumbling around. Avon did quite well. It's a short play. It's about 760 bucks. I've been in Avon for a week, I guess, maybe 10 days, no more than that. So all of these are just old stocks, no dramatic screaming moves. Like, and I can show you some of those, like this one right here. You know, that's a mining stock. I can show you tons of those that done extremely well. How about let's see, how about this one, GG? I mean, that thing just took off. This is just screaming. That one not so well. I'm just going by memory here. I can't remember them all. Did I put J-Nug in yet? That one's not so dramatic. It took a heck of a spike here, but I don't trade behind gaps. A lot of guys are gap and go, and I'm pretty much a gap and come back. It's been my experience. So I leave them alone. But the you know, gold and metals have been real active. Okay, any more? Should I go into alerts?
Let's see, I've been answering a bunch of individual questions to individual people. Let me see if there's any more. Oh yeah, here's one. Okay, this is a good one. So this person is saying they haven't purchased the Top Dog Trading courses, so they don't have Foundations 1 and 2, so they don't really know the Top Dog Trading method. And their question is, could they get this, and with the manual you supply with it and the videos we're supplying, of which this is basically, well, this is the second. You already created one. Would they be able to use this and trade without having the Foundations courses first?
Well, I'll give you my opinion. I think that you probably could, but I really encourage you to get courses 1 and 2 from Dr. Burns. It will make you such a much better, well-rounded trader rather than just following the study. You know, I might be talking you out of getting the study here. And frankly, if you're going to get Dr. Burns' course 1 and 2, I'd probably suggest you not get the study. Not yet. I would prefer that you really learn what he is teaching. Look, it changed my life. And for me to say, nah, you don't need it, that's just not right. I just can't do that to you. I got to tell you that you really need to get those 2 courses. They're not very expensive. You can do them at your own time, and it's money well spent. Okay?
Okay, and we're having a few people ask about, they've already purchased it, and they're just asking about how to, they need a little help importing the studies and so forth. It's okay if I give them your email so that you can help them if they are having troubles with that?
Sure. Okay. My email address is in the manual.
Yeah.
It's topdogstudy@gmail.com, and then I'll give it out to everybody. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have that you know might be helpful. However, the importing, I think it's covered in the manual as well. So I suggest you you read that first to make sure that you go through the steps. It's basically just like bringing any other file in, and I'll show you how to do it before we leave. It's not that difficult. It's that simple. So we have alerts yet to cover, and I don't know how long we've been going for a while here. We have alerts yet to cover, and then that's something else I guess I need to cover. Should I go ahead and go with the alerts now?
Yeah, go ahead and move on, and then, really we haven't even opened it for Q&A yet, but, these are questions that have come up as you're talking, and so I wanted to make sure people were getting their answers in a timely manner. But go ahead.
Do this for me. Pick a question or two that you can answer, and I will go get my cell phone because that will be part of the demonstration and alerts, and I'll set it over here. Okay?
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so one of the questions that I guess it's pretty natural people are asking right now is this available right now? How much does it cost? And all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is available right now. It just launched on Tuesday, so it's only been out for 48 hours. It's brand new, but it is available right now. And I'm going to enter, there we go. So in the chat box, I just typed in the URL where you can order it. And that's actually a clickable link. You should be able to just click right on that link and go there. The price is $299. That's an annual subscription. So get a whole year for $299. And so yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, gosh, make that back in one trade, especially with this. It's just been phenomenal. And that's the one question that's been the most common. I've had a couple people ask about options. Yeah, you can definitely use this to trade options, but, I mean, basically, again, you're using this to analyze the underlying chart of whatever options you're choosing to trade, and so that's how it helps you. Obviously, this is not specifically an options trading strategy, but if you're familiar with different option strategies or you have a favorite one, then this will help you to analyze the underlying chart that you want to trade that option on.
I am back.
Let's see. And I've had a lot of people, this is coming up a lot too. A lot of people are asking if you can show shorter time frames without pre and post market data. And we've had a lot of people ask to show Forex and E-minis.
Yes, I can do all of that, but I would like to cover the basics of everything we need.
Okay.
And then I'll deal with all the frills that anybody wants to do. I will stay here as long as you want me to stay here. My main concern is you're just going to get burnt out listening to what I have to say. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to waste your time, but I will gladly give you all of my time that you require. Okay? Fair enough?
Okay, so you go on. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the alerts now. Now, I'm going to go into the study to the edit function. I could have shown you that in the first part, but I had to go there anyway to show you this other stuff. And all you need to do is you need to put your pointer, and I'm on the middle chart now, put your pointer on either the moving average or one of the signals. Like here's one here, 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 and right-click it, and it takes you to this screen right here where it says Edit TD Visualize Trader. You click on that, and it brings you right into this box. There may be, for some reason, that you didn't turn on your moving average and you have no screens, no signals on the screen. You can still get there quite easily. You just click on either one of these little test tubes. This one here is pretty much takes you right into the studies. You find the Visualize Trader, and you go over here and you click on this little gear, and it brings you back to that box again. Or you can take the other little test tube, and it just adds a step where you have to edit studies. Again, you find TD Visualize Trader, and you click on the little wheel, and it takes you here. Now, there are some adjustments that you will probably want to make. When you get the study, it will be defaulted to this setting. Oh, got a whole bunch of stuff, right? Well, this is just to let you know that it is a copyrighted study and the date of the copyright. You'll find this little number right here. These are actually the number of days until it expires. Yes, I know there's 365 days in a year, but I didn't think anybody would anybody would mind having a few extra days before it expires. This number is a proprietary number that we use. Right now, there's really no need for you at all to have either of those two boxes up there unless you just want them. This is kind of like the About button that you have on a lot of programs. They have this About. Well, call this the About buttons. Okay, we're going to go back to that like so. We're going to turn the copyright off. We're going to turn the display About off. And we're going to leave our display labels off as well, so that you can see that if you want to trade only with the arrows, you can do that. On the other hand, if you said, I think the arrows are a nuisance and I can use the boxes just fine, you can turn the trade labels back on. You come in here and click on Short Entry, unselect that. Long Entry, unselect that. Do Apply, and now you have nothing but the boxes. So at your poison, you build what you want. I use them both. All of these adjustments in here, you really should just leave alone. There's no reason to change them because these are top dog specifications that you will get in the course, and we'll have, this is what Dr. Burns says to set your stochastic and your MACD and what have you, and just leave them alone. If you want to play around with the moving average, you have your choice, the exponential, weighted, Wilder's a Hull. Frankly, I think you'll do better with simple. I have played with them all thinking I'm getting into a trade sooner by going to exponential or something else, but the simple seems to work the best, and I have the highest probability of successful trades using it. So there is nothing to prevent you from changing all these values. If you do, don't call me because I don't support it. You always have reset to factory default. Now hopefully that'll get you back to where you came from. But if it doesn't, you will have, in many cases, for instance, there's a K value is default to 5, okay? D value is default to 3. And they're also listed for you in the manual itself. So there's no reason for you to not be able to get back to where you started from. Now we're going to get back there and go do the alerts. We go there, we go down here, and it says activate alerts. I'm going to say yes. Okay. I'm not actually going to be able to do this for you. Well, maybe I can. I can do it on another chart. And then you have an option about what kind of noise you want it to make. You want it to ring, or you want chimes, or you want ding, or just don't want any sound at all. Because when it triggers an alert, it's also going to put a message on the screen. And now I'm going to turn this off here. Now I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to see if I can find a signal. I don't know if this will work or not. And it's a 30-minute chart. Let's try down here. There it is. Chart alert. 20-day, 30-minute chart for long visualized trader. But I didn't hear the signal. So apparently it has to be live trading for the signal to come on, but it did send a now excuse me, these are what's called open chart alerts. If you put them on these charts that you trade, as soon as you change the symbol, it's going to go to the next one. It'll always be an open chart alert, but it'll only be on the chart that's open here. So kind of, that doesn't make sense. That's not much use. I know you're thinking that. I thought that too. That's why I figured a way around it. What I did is went over here to the flexible grid, and I opened up a bunch of little boxes that I could put studies in, and then I stripped all the signals off except the arrows. And I showed you how to do that earlier. I don't have anything on the bottom. There's no volume study. There's no trade labels. All there is these little arrows. Now the great thing about it, I can go in here. Let me see if I can find one. This got a signal on it. Well, I have to maybe make this work. I got a 10-minute time frame here, so maybe I can find one of these that will work up there. Okay. So I'm going to turn the alerts on now. Oh, it already fired. I thought I saw it flash up in the corner. I'm going to take it out and put it back in. Put another symbol in there, maybe it'll fire on that one. Now, it has to be alive. It'll do it like crazy when it's live. But let me do this. These are called open chart alerts. Now you can set them up for whatever number of boxes you can fit in there. I've got 12 boxes up here, so you can put 12 different studies. You got to make sure that you turn this link off, unlink it, or else it's going to put the same symbol in every one. Then you put whatever symbols you're waiting on. You're busy. You don't want to have to keep watching it. You want it to tell you when it finally gets there. You had seen it earlier. It wasn't ready, but you know it's coming, so you put it up here and you turn your open chart alert on. You say, you mean I got to sit here and watch all these? No, you don't. You go back to your regular trading charts, and all of those charts under the flexible grid are still considered open. So they'll all trigger you a signal when it occurs. Now there's even a better kind of alert. I like it better anyway, and it comes built into TOS, and you'll find it under this Market Watch tab, and it has alerts here. Click on alerts. See, I have some alerts established already, but I'm going to build you a long one. We're going to build one for this symbol right here, since we already have it. But study alert, we click on that, and we already have it in here, but I'm going to delete it, make sure like nothing's there. You go to your condition wizard. I'm going to go back and show you that again. I clicked it, then I said it. Add a condition. It's going to be under the condition wizard. You add a condition. Go to study. Remember my little shortcut? We go up to the top, scroll down, user define, and that way you don't have to scroll through that big list. There's a TD Visualize Trader. I want to have a long entry signal. I want to say that's true, and I want to save it, and I want to put 10 minutes on this chart. Now, hopefully this will work after hours. I know it works during the live hours. I have my cell phone here. We'll see if it'll work. No. Oh, there it went. See up here on the screen? Now I'm waiting for my cell phone. Any day now. It'll come. That's Verizon's problem now. Might be because the market's closed. It normally has buzzed me by now. Make sure it goes. Oh, there it went. I love it. They're buying my ground meat. The thing rings at me. Go home, wait on those hamburgers. I got to go make a trade. And it'll always put it here. You see it triggered right here. It should it's triggered. And once you're done with them, you can just knock them out of there and delete them. I canceled all of these already. I had little red X's here on the side, and I just canceled them out. But from this point on, you can just kind of ignore them. Your new alerts will come in on the top, and they'll eventually just peel off. That's how the alerts work. Now, oh, I know what I wanted to say about importing the studies. Let me go back to the charts. This is really easy. You come up here and you click on this little test tube. Now I'm going to assume you downloaded them and you put them in some folder somewhere on your computer. If you hadn't done that, we're done. We can't put this study on there. But all you have to do is you just import. You go to wherever you downloaded it to. We'll take one of these old studies here. I've written lots of studies. You see, I've been playing around with stuff forever. And we'll just add this. This actually is a phony baloney study. But I've already got it. Let's see. I got 3. Yeah, I don't have that one. So we're going to import it. Open. That study must be dead. Try a different one. Okay. It just puts it right in your list. Now, if you go back to user identified, there it is right there. It comes up in your special little list. All for you. Now, when you go to add it, you can add it either from the other screen that we had there, or you can do like I said here. This is all studies. You have to scroll through to find it, and you'll eventually get to it down there. There it is right here. TD Visualize Study. Well, I'm going to install the other one because we've already got this one on the platform. You just highlight it, and whatever chart that you clicked on, you see this got the blue box around, it's going to add it to this chart. Okay? So we just add the study. And there you can see it appeared. You can now go into there, make all the adjustments you need to make, and save it. Remember we were talking about exits earlier? This is one of my experiments with exits. See, long exit, short exit, down exit, up exit. It didn't work. But I kept it just as a reminder that it didn't work. All right, to get rid of it, just hit the X and it's gone. It's gone from there. I want to get rid of it from here. You just click delete and it's gone out of there. So I've undone everything I did. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. Any questions about the importance of study?